Welcome to episode 1 of the Future Passage podcast, where we talk about innovation in the transportation industry. This episode, we're discussing the exploration of space travel and the innovations in the industry. As we all know, space travel is a very exciting field, and we've always wanted to see what's beyond our stars. But a huge obstacle has always been the cost of actually flying somebody into orbit. So, in today's fields, reusability is becoming a much more desirable state for rockets. What have you guys heard about rockets becoming more reusable?
I have seen the innovation of SpaceX. I think they were the first ones to do the reusable space rockets. And now we have BlueOrigin coming up, super similar. They also have the same reusable rocket.
Yeah, that's exactly right. SpaceX actually did their first crewed mission not too long ago on one of their rockets that got the crew into the International Space Station, and their rockets are actually pushing innovation towards the lowering cost of rockets through reusability. Have you guys heard anything else interesting about this topic?
No, I've just heard that it's very expensive and that, one of the biggest thresholds of, space travel is the expense. So I think reusability is truly slowly becoming the solution of it.
Yeah, I think reusability will become the solution for our space travel costs as well as technology development. So due to this cost reduction, it's actually sparking a lot more interest in space exploration, and this hype is bringing people to invest a lot more money into things like creating a moon base or even going to Mars, as Elon Musk is always talking about, the CEO of SpaceX. So what do you guys think about us making a moon base and then maybe eventually using the moon base as intermediary between us and Mars?
Well, actually, I think that it could be a very like tremendous development for humankind. Like, if we have a moon base, like we're going to that allows more research, more discoveries. I think it's going to be a very important and positive impact for us.
Yeah, like Armando said, the scientific part I think is huge. Like, I think this moon base would make us like know more about the moon, like increase our knowledge in space in general.
I also read that the biggest challenge that they're gonna have, it's gonna be the actual survival, because the longest time that humans have lived on the moon so far is just of 3 days. And I say that there are many companies, even private companies, that are kind of in a race to see who's gonna get to the moon first. So it is not one of like the most welcoming of destinations. So yeah, they're gonna have to do also when I heard about the new mission of NASA, Artemis, that they're doing, and well, the area that they want to explore specifically is one of the coldest places of the moon, right? That it can get to negative 235 degrees Celsius. So there's gonna have to be a lot of technology and deep exploration to that area.
Yeah, it's really interesting because the most dangerous place that humans have lived on Earth has been like a place like Antarctica or very deep within the ocean, but a lot of people don't stay too long down there. And it's actually funny, astronauts are the ones that do deep ocean exploration. But the thing is, a place like the moon is so dangerous and it's such a hostile environment for humans that it's kind of funny that we're looking at the moon as like a tourist spot, a place to put hotels. But the moon actually has a lot of benefits for us to explore and take advantage of, including things like resources, valuable resources that are found on the surface of the moon or that can be mined for, as well as, like I said before, there are touristic touristic. I think that's a word. Like tourist inspired values there. So there you can make things like hotels. People want to go to the moon and see what it's like. As well as research development. And this comes with the innovation of Artemis's new spacesuits. So they have these spacesuits that make it a lot easier for scientists to move up on the moon and move around on the surface and like pick things up and grab resources and stuff like that. So that actually brings us on to our next topic, because what would it be like to land on an asteroid? Or would a human even need to land on an asteroid? Or should we just or what do you think the benefits of landing on an asteroid are, first of all, and then we'll move on to that.
Well, actually, it's gonna be like very, like there are gonna be pros and cons for sure. But for example, in the past few days I made research about this topic because I found it very interesting, and I learned that a farm at the lunar north, for example, lunar North Pole, could provide 8 hours of sunlight per day during the local summer by rotating crops in and out of the sunlight, which is continuous for the entire summer. So a beneficial temperature, radiation protection, insects for pollination, and all other plants needs could be artificially provided here during local summer. So I think that if we start from that, there's going to be a positive impact, but for sure there are going to be other outcomes that are going to come as we contemplate this idea of landing in an asteroid, right?
Yeah, and I think that the amount of money you can gain from an asteroid, like just mining it, it's huge. It's going to be a market that's going to explode in when it comes to happen. I'm not sure when it will do, but for sure will come.
I agree. We're like running out of resources, and learning to use our resources better and more sustainably is a huge idea. And it's a possibility we'll run out of key elements that keep our world and our society going. So asteroid mining is completely just a way to create a whole new markets and a whole new innovation.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Asteroid mining is huge. It's actually the industry that's going to lead to the first quadrillionaires. I think that number is right. But now, would a human be the one to land on an asteroid, or would it be something like an unmanned drone? That's yet to be seen, but it looks like we're going to the direction of autonomy. Looks like we're going to be sending drones to go mine resources, gather them, and bring them back. Which is extremely tricky, and it's going to be very complicated. Recently, NASA has landed their first drone on an asteroid to gather some samples, I think, and the mission was a success. And as you know, not too long ago, NASA also landed a new a new Mars rover on Mars, as well as an autonomous drone, the first drone to ever fly on another planet. But yeah, all of these are going to be huge steps forward for mankind, as well as space travel as a whole. So does anybody have anything else to add?
I just think it's crazy how we're talking about this, and it's a possibility, But like 10 years ago, it was like a dream to think that people were going to mine an asteroid with drones.
Yeah,
it's just amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Well, thank you for listening. This has been the Future Passage podcast. This has been episode 1. Come back for episode 2 for the exploration of airplanes and its industry. Thanks for listening.